Why Meet the Others podcast? What's this about?
Why are we doing this thing?
Why are we doing this dang thing?
Who the F?
Do we even know what we're doing?
Certainly not.
Oh,
We
no.
just hooked this thing up tonight. We figured out how to use the mics, and now we're recording 10 seconds afterwards. Gives me comfort. So
I hear you.
yeah. So anyways, Meet the Others. That's us.
Still waiting on this car to come and take me home. Things feel a little different now that we grown. Till I turn the ass, sure they put my name in stone. Live how I wanna live, cause we die alone.
Hey.
Yo!
Oh, turn you down.
Welcome, guys, to Meet the Others podcast. I'm Anissa B.
And I am Choirboy Dank, and only good things happen to me.
That is something that this guy has literally been saying every single morning for the last, 3 days. It's kind of, it's endearing, but it's also very annoying.
I am the luckiest person on the planet. This is something that you guys can take and put it in your pocket for yourself. You say your name, and then you say, only good things happen to me. It's a little subconscious programming that I'm using lately, and I'm loving it.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
So where did you get that from?
The World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web. Okay. Mr. Posimoto over here.
I love that. That I'm taking that.
Are you really?
That's going to be a song title. Posimoto.
Oh, man. So, guys.
You heard it here first.
Yes, you heard it here first. But more importantly, we're Meet the Others podcast. And if you don't know us, we are here. What we do on this podcast is we discuss. What do we discuss, honey?
Water and wisdom.
Water and wisdom. Okay.
It was coffee and conversation, but we just left the coffee upstairs.
Yes, we did. We only have water now and wisdom.
And wisdom. That's all we
That
got.
sometimes happens when you are one of the others. You
And,
kind of,
doing it.
what do? You turn lemonade and when you're given lemons or some shit like that.
Something. You turn lemons into lemonade.
Exactly.
When you're one of the others on your own path, forging your own way with the machete through the
Cha cha
through
cha.
the tundra of,
Exactly.
of the world that we live in.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, we like to march to the beat of our own drum here.
Right. And with that, we also like to celebrate other people in history,
Yeah.
in entertainment, and all of that, all of the above.
Doing
Yeah.
things differently.
Yes, we do.
Built different.
Built different, rule breakers.
Right.
I was gonna say another thing, but I didn't know what it was.
Thing makers.
Fling flakers,
Yeah,
things like that.
Flea
you know?
flickers or something.
Yeah. So today we actually wanted to come on and talk about a movie that we saw.
Yeah, a movie that we saw and was inspired by. That when I told you about it, you was like, I don't know, I've never heard of that. It sounds like a bust.
Well, in my defense, we barely watch TV.
Right.
So I wouldn't know about any movie coming out, honestly
True.
speaking. But this one in particular, I really didn't have an idea at all about. But I was curious to watch it since I did hear a little bit about this actor, and I was kind of listening to a book and I heard about the actor. So I was curious to watch it. Plus he's all over the place and
He's blowing up.
He's blowing up everywhere. So I was like, let me see what this guy's got. Cause I know when I saw Wonka,
Oh my God.
for me,
let's not even
Wonka
talk
was a
about it.
fail. But that's just my opinion,
Right. I think that's the nice thing about this podcast is we could come on and talk about exactly how we feel
Yeah.
without anybody changing it. Because honestly, dude, I'm with you. That was my first experience into this guy's acting, Timothée Chalamet.
Yes.
Right.
Finally, we've revealed who we're talking about today. So today we're talking about Timothée Chalamet.
Which sounds fancy. Just even saying that.
It really does. Some fun facts. So I believe he's from New York.
Right.
which I thought was pretty cool. And he literally lived maybe 7 blocks away from where I was born and raised,
Which is cool as hell.
which is cool as hell.
I think
He even had some interaction with my son
right.
in like high school in Midtown and playing basketball and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool to kind of know those things, right? They're
It's
like,
a small
wow,
world.
small world.
Right. It's
Small
crazy.
world.
Because it really is a small world.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And the Willy Wonka was the first time I ever seen him on like a movie thing, which, dude, that's such a legacy movie for me.
Yes.
It was hard to kind of live up to the original because it was such a classic and had its own thing. And then they kind of turned it into a musical, which I didn't really love the way that kind of turned out.
I did not either.
But he also did some Saturday Night Live skits.
Oh, and he was hilarious.
He
hilarious.
Murdered that stuff.
The bungee, right? Wasn't he the bungee instructor?
Yes.
Yes.
Crushed
Instructor.
it.
Oh my God, that shit was hysterical.
And he was also like a like a SoundCloud rapper guy. If you
Oh,
remember
yes,
that.
yes.
With him and that other guy. What's that guy's name with all the tattoos?
Machine? No.
The guy,
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Yeah, he did a thing with Pete Davidson that was hilarious.
Yes, that was hilarious.
He was like doing all those ad libs and stuff.
Yes.
Crazy.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I really haven't seen much of him other than that, right?
And besides for also being like, I guess Kylie Jenner and him, they both are like each other's arm candy. So I see that a lot, quite a bit. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is a, cool couple.
He's getting off some fits on the red carpet or whatever.
Yes.
Which is cool.
So the movie that we're focused on today is called Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
Yes. One of the things I like about the movie is that it's based out in New York. And
right.
Obviously, being from New York, that's like super cool to see some of those old effects of it.
And I think it's like in the 50s, 60s kind of era, right?
Yes, it's like in old times. In fact, honestly speaking, when I looked at that shoe store that he worked in, his main character worked in, I was like, oh my God, I remember a place like that, like on 45th and 9th Avenue. Like that used to be a spot. Now it's like a liquor store or a deli. And it might be something else. Now it might just be like a pub or something.
Right.
But I just remember that so clearly. That was a place where you got your fancy shoes at. And they were all pretty expensive. Like they were like the little walking shoes with the little heels on them, like
the hard bottoms.
Yeah, the hard bottom shoes. So I thought that was pretty cool. But that's not what the movie's about. But there's just a little bit of that like flavor of New York style.
You definitely get the New York feel and the kind of like, yeah, just like the apartment style with the like
the railroad apartment
right.
or like the one bathroom sharing,
the old school kind of small cramped up kind of thing, but also like you get like kind of like a scrappy feel of like kind of how the cool thing about it is he's an underdog in this thing,
right?
Big time.
Yes.
And that's definitely something that I felt, I don't know, that speaks to our story and like the others and kind of that space. But cool enough that even before we even get too deep into the movie, this also seems like this was the first project that he really kind of felt like he got behind. He was a producer on it.
Yes.
And he was doing a bunch of kind of guerrilla marketing, had this Marty Supreme jacket that a bunch of different celebrities were wearing that was super cool.
Right.
And I just really got excited about the marketing behind it more than anything. And when I first watched it, it said that he produced a movie. I go, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense
for why it's so
he took the reins.
He wanted to own that shit.
He wanted to make it powerful.
I mean, and he did a great job of doing so because
no, he did.
The box office was like what, $27 million? I
don't even remember.
Something like that.
Yeah, and he just won a Golden Globe just like yesterday or whatever.
Right.
So it's super cool. So he made a success. And it's cool because it also comes off the heels of him kind of doing some of these speeches where he's like, I want to be one of the greats. Yes. Right? And it's like he's calling his shot, which I love. I freaking love that. Manifestation. I mean, that's been a big chapter out of the book lately. So
yes.
So that's cool. It's cool to see. And that also makes its way into the movie, right?
Yes. In the movie, there's definitely a lot of that. What I noticed about the movie, and we don't want to, obviously, we're not trying to give away the whole movie. You should just go see it. But what I love about it is how much this man has a dream, and he is sticking to his dream no matter what. He's not letting nothing get in his way, and he's so delulu in that he is like constantly saying that he's going to be this next, table tennis star, and like no matter what anyone says, and everyone around him surrounding him was like, that doesn't make sense. Stick with what you know.
Right.
Like stick with shoes, stick with stability,
the easy, like the understandable path that's right in front of you.
Yeah, like this store is yours, like basically like you can own this store one day, and it's like, but his path, that was not his path.
That wasn't his passion.
That wasn't his passion, and that was not the path he wanted to walk on at all. He wanted his goal was somewhere else, and he was gonna get there no matter what.
Right. And the movie really shows that grit and determination. And it's cool. Yeah, you don't want to give away all of the movie.
I know it's hard.
but you do you would say you would recommend it.
I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're like in the midst of like trying to figure out like your passion. It's definitely a movie of like that will give you motivation to keep on keeping on, when it's like when you feel like the whole world is against you, like stay in that delulu place. That 2026 is about being so delulu and making shit happen for yourself.
100%. That's where we're living. And that's really what the even how we started this episode is.
Right.
Only good things happen.
Only good things happen.
Only good things happen to me. So lucky. I can't believe all of this amazing thing that's happening. And really, he was in the middle of the hustle. And that's another, If you're a hustler, if you're a dreamer, if you have something that you're striving for, this is a amazing movie to just lock in and feel those vibes as he's going through the dirt. He's making it happen.
You do. And also, funny enough, like I said, I'm trying not to give too much away, but there's also a really cool ass like Bonnie and Clyde love story within that movie, I felt like.
Yeah.
And it's not noticed immediately.
It's not recognized
immediately.
Yeah. No, yeah, you don't want to give too much away, but it's really dope how he kind of like was blinders on the whole time.
Right. Not recognizing everyone he was affecting.
Right.
And even if he was affecting people face on, he didn't give a shit.
He was unapologetic.
Move out of my way. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get there.
Even at his own expense in a lot of ways, he was reckless no matter what the kind of damage that it would cause in his life. He had the blinders on to make sure this is gonna happen,
right?
Which does just really just give you the just the story and the value of being completely delusional and going, this is valuable. What I'm doing is valuable, and I'm going to inspire people with what I'm doing, even if it's playing table tennis.
Right.
And Tyler, the creator, does a great job.
Amazing. Shout out to Tyler, because he really did a great job. Like we were like, it was weird because we were like, where is he at? And he was like in our face. Like we were like, damn, he's doing such a great job.
He did a great job.
Just acting, and it being, back then in the 50s, in New York, the way that he portrayed himself was like excellent. Like, not that I was around for the 50s, but I know what it was like in the 50s in Hell's Kitchen, New York, in that area of a place. There was so much, what do you call that? Like, I don't want to say the word wrong. Nostalgic.
Oh, in the movie.
Nostalgia
in the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. I felt that way. Like even the tennis, the like ping pong tennis playing table stuff, that there was a place like in like Delancey, like down by like where Cats was, that was like underground. Like it had like pool tables. It had
Right.
those table tennis, and it was like pretty extreme. And I was older, you know, like I was a decent amount of ages. So that was like something that was kind of like, I felt like those
Like
were
a
like
scene. There was
like
a
it
scene.
was a scene, and it
Right.
was so cool to see those again. Like I like now I'm like I want to go back and visit and see if we could find those places, you know?
Right. It was cool. It was cool because he also had like a certain, even in the movie as Marty or whatever, he had a certain entrepreneurial
Yes.
kind of flair to how he wanted to do his thing. He wanted to make his own kind of signature ping pong ball.
Yes.
And cool things like that. And it was just inspiring in a lot of ways of just like when you have a vision and just not compromising for nothing.
Right.
Like that was just so, yeah, it was a dope story to kind of tag along and watch.
So let me ask you a question. What did that really do for you? What did you feel like? What did you like? How did that gravitate towards your art, your craft? Like, what kind of did it, you know, kind of brew anything up in here?
It almost makes you want to dig in deeper to exactly. Well, when I'm watching it, right, I'm feeling like sometimes as an artist, it's very, very easy and socially accepted to kind of audit and edit your vision to be palatable for the consumer.
Right.
And I think that as artists, a lot of times we're told and taught that this isn't about you.
Right.
It's about the consumer that you're giving this art to, and you want to make them happy and whatever. And in a way, it made me go, like, it made me feel like a piece of that story was screw the consumer.
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree. Yes.
Like this is my vision.
Yes.
And I don't care what anyone says about it.
Right.
And that was empowering for me.
That's such a great point. That is such a great point.
Because yeah, I think that it's cool. And you see that, I mean, even Rick Rubin will tell you, like, your art is for you. And there's other artists. I'm thinking. I think Prince said something similar, which was like, or maybe it was Bowie, but one of these guys was basically like, the consumer doesn't know what they want until you give it to them.
Right.
And then they go, oh, that's amazing.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was kind of for me, it was like just kind of like just some reassurance to not water your stuff down.
Yes.
Don't water your energy down.
I like that one.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Stay on the Delulu train.
Yes.
Till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you were watching it, what did it make you feel about when you was?
For me, it gave me a lot of different feelings. I felt like I got to keep on pursuing exactly the path that I'm on and continue on and stop second guessing myself, because in that movie, I felt like he never second guessed himself. He spoke everything into existence. He never doubted himself. He said what he was, even if he wasn't. Like, he was like, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to be doing. You know, he had that really hustle, like, mentality where he was like, listen, I'm going to be on the cover of, you know, this magazine at some point. You're going to see me here. You're going to see me there. You're going to see me doing these things. And a lot of that, sometimes I need to remind myself to not second guess myself. And also, like, and I guess that's possibly maybe even what, in a way, like, I did think about, like, you know, I was told a lot of times to, like, stop doing my good mornings.
Right.
My good mornings are not valuable, because what are they doing? Are they putting money in my pocket? But the whole reality of my good mornings are not to put money in my pocket. My good mornings are to lighten, not just brighten up someone else's day, but for myself. Those are that's mine, you know? And and for a little while there, I felt like I kind of, you know, allowed some of those, you know,
Right.
people to say that, and me to be like, you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe this is a waste of my time. Maybe I'm doing this and maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Well, and it's funny because, you know, the thing is you're taking that, and I know specifically the exact situation that you're talking about. So I understand the backstory to that. And in the same parallel way, there was someone that told you that was a little bit more successful.
Yes.
That had a little bit, that had some money in the bank.
Right.
So and we're kind of mentoring you in certain ways. And you go, well, I guess, you know,
I guess they're right.
This person, I've given them some money and they are very successful, and their job is to coach me through this thing. So I should be listening. And in a way that he was in a very similar situation.
Right. And that's what I was going to bring up next. That, you know, when he was talking with the actress and you know, she asked, is it going to make money? Is the same thing. Like, sometimes I see myself as like, oh, should I do this? What is this really going to provide? Will this provide something? And it's not even because of me. It's because of the outside world. Not what I'm doing. It's the outside world telling me like, well, maybe you need to rethink that, because what will that provide? Will that put money in your pocket? And for him, his character was just like, yeah, it will. Right. It will, because of the reps. So that's something that for me, like, I gravitated towards in the movie, was because I'm like, I'm over here doing these fucking reps. And I've been doing these reps for quite some time.
Right.
And if I don't start to think Delulu, if I don't stop, if I cannot stop self-doubting, then I'm going to continue to be like, I'm not going to continue to walk in the path that I am supposed to be in, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's so real, because it is like one of those things where it's like, you're not fully stomping in the way that you would even say in a Good Morning about stomping on the ground.
Right.
You're not, if you're not fully confident in what you're doing, and not like knowing that this is, you know, because like at the end of the day, we all have to figure out some way to eat, right? So,
of course.
So not everything's about money, and it's not about money, but I've still got to figure out a way to make this thing work.
Right.
So like, I think that it's easy for self-doubt, but if you just really, in the same way that he was like, you know, she's like, how are you going to eat today? And he's like, it's going to just work out.
Yes.
And
it's so crazy.
And it's like, that's the way. And I think that that's really the key to stomping into your highest version of who you are, who you're actually meant to be.
Right.
Is to be stomping
on the ground, making those moves.
Every step, knowing that this is the way.
And that's why I say that. Every single fucking reminder is like, stomping on the ground is like, because you are meant to do what you're supposed to do, but sometimes I need that reminder myself.
Right, for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny with some of these, when you talk to the camera, sometimes I feel like your real, like, inner self comes out more.
Oh, for sure.
It's like you're talking to the camera, and it's like your inner counselor, therapist is like, hey, bro, I got some gems for you. Here you go.
Here you go.
It sounds like you're talking to other people, but it's just really you. This is really just what you need to hear, right?
Plot twist. It's real. Always been about me talking to myself, honestly, and that's why I started doing those, because I was literally losing my mind in grief, and like I started those because I needed to talk to myself, because I was like battling depression and all that stuff, as you know, and so those good mornings made me happy to do, because I felt like I was speaking to myself. Like, you know, I used to talk to my dad quite a bit, and I would have these conversations with him, and you know, a lot of times he would wake me up, you know, breathe, stop. Why are you acting that way?
Right.
And so for me, I use those as ways to like talk to myself, like, you know, and not that I always was like, well, maybe I know this sounds crazy, and I'm putting myself in the front of a camera and I'm talking to the camera, right? And someone's gonna judge me and be like, who the fuck is she? I'm just honestly speaking to myself. I'm speaking to myself. So yes, a lot of times that's just my inner dialogue yelling like, stop on the motherfucking ground. Keep moving forward.
Right.
Let's get to work, you know? Cause it's like, shit, we got shit to do. We got to keep going. Like, we're not just going to sit down and let shit pass us by. No. And I feel like he does that quite a bit in the movie.
Right. And in the movie, I think that it's cool because it's like one of those things where, you know, when you're playing a character like that, or when you're embodying someone like that, you know, who knows if the guy that this story was modeled after was exactly like that, right?
Right.
But you're able to embody someone that you can kind of almost like look up to in those characteristics.
Yes.
And say, dude, this guy had an unfailing sense of who he was and what he was gonna do.
Yes.
Does all that dialogue come from a real situation in life? Who knows? But it's great on the screen.
Oh, for sure. You guys really got to check that movie out. That
For
was definitely a movie that we've been going to the movies for a while, and like a lot of times we're like disappointed in the movies.
True.
But honestly speaking, that movie was amazing, especially if you dream big and if you're like a big dreamer and someone who, you know, is really on the path of doing things that are a little bit different, a little bit like questioning. Definitely a movie that I would recommend.
You don't have to care about ping pong.
Marty Supreme was one of the others.
He was a big other. Yeah,
for sure. Outsider, believing in himself, no matter what was in the way. He moved everything out of the way to wherever he needed to get to, you know, which was super dope.
And in a way, I would almost champion Chalamet as one too.
For sure.
Like they're, you know, it's one of those things where it's like they almost like have a parallel kind of thing, and I think that's why
I don't think he got into so much trouble like he did in the movie.
No, but I'm just saying right. No, the movie actually goes a little darker than you would think.
Yes.
Which is
there's comedy and darkness. It's really cool.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah,
yes.
It's different. It's different than you would see just from just the trailer. So
yes.
It's definitely one to check out.
Yes, you guys should really check it out. Yes, for sure.
But yeah, I just think that within the confidence and then like the calling your shot.
Yes, 100%.
The calling your shot. That's why I'd say that they kind of have a similar little thing, which is so important. And I feel like in 2026, we need to be calling more shots for ourselves.
Calling more shots, acting more the Lulu baby.
Right. The audacity.
Yes, the audacity. We need to start stepping into the, do we belong here? Yes, the fuck we do. Because we have the audacity to belong here. Right? Is that kind of like the way it goes?
Yeah, and there. And over there.
And over there.
And on the Wheaties box.
Yeah, I'm going to stomp on the ground.
Right.
Just a little bit. Yes.
So that's our movie review.
Of Marty Supreme. You guys should check it out. This is Meet the Others podcast. We are a podcast that will be discussing a lot of the others.
A lot of underdog stories, a lot of people that we're inspired by, and also just things that kind of, as we are running our own underdog ship, tips and tricks that we learn along the way, you know?
Yes, so, for sure.
Water and wisdom.
So if you see these guys right here, these cartoons, I'm the one with the horn, he's the one with the halo. That's us, Meet the Others podcast. Subscribe, like, share.
We got a lot more episodes coming.
Till next time, guys.
Peace.
Why Meet the Others podcast? What's this about?
Why are we doing this thing?
Why are we doing this dang thing?
Who the F?
Do we even know what we're doing?
Certainly not.
Oh,
we just hooked this thing up tonight. We figured out how to use the mics, and now we're recording 10 seconds afterwards. Gives me comfort. So
I hear you.
Yeah. So anyways, Meet the Others. That's us.
Still waiting on this car to come and take me home. Things feel a little different now, though we grown. Till I turn the ass, so they put my name in stone.